So as I'm continuing, here's the update on the S10, my dad's truck. I drove this yesterday with my mom because we had to go to the warehouse. So usually when my dad's working, I usually do him a favor by helping out clear the warehouse. So we're trying to get rid of it and everything. So this has really been a faithful truck in our family. This has really been a really faithful truck. I mean, we use this to haul stuff back. I had a guy that actually, I think drove by our house the other day when I was washing my car. And, he actually asked if we were selling this thing. And I said, nah, and he goes, oh, well, it's a nice truck, by the way. And after that, he left. So apparently he wanted to buy this truck, apparently. We've had a couple people who wanted to buy this. So it's washed. I washed it, I think, about a couple days ago. It actually looks really good when it's washed. Like, you can see a little bit of the gloss, even though the hood is kind of fading a bit, but this car's going to get a repaint one day. Another windshield wiper one day on it, depending when one of these days I'll replace it. Whenever I get a job, which I'm looking for. The interior is a lot more cleaner than the last video I posted on it. So there's the interior. I put Mother's Protectant on it. I always heard there was a different term about that. I don't know what it was about it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a sexual term or something. Mother's Protectant. I don't know. I don't know. I've always heard there's another term for that, which I never knew. But heck, I don't even want to know anyway. But anyway, off the topic of sex, I put the interior cleaner on it, Mother's Protectant. I did it on the door. This is really my dad's truck. So I keep it up for him when he's working, because I know he's too busy. Honestly, I think he cares more about his car, his Solstice. I don't know, it happens when we get a car that we like. But I try to keep it up for him. Because I know he's busy with work and everything. He would have the time to do everything that he could with his car, but he's always working. I had to lubricate this a while back, because the door wasn't even, like, the automatic door lock that locks this door didn't even function properly, so I had to lubricate it, and it's been working good ever since. Dash is clean. I mean, this thing drives really good. It's just, it needs like an alignment. You can tell when you drive it, because usually the steering wheel, you gotta kind of gain control of it a bit, but it drives really good. Doesn't burn any oil on it, which I am actually surprised, because my Saturn burns like about a quart of oil every 4 months. So really, I guess either Chevy makes strong engines, or the fact that this truck doesn't even get driven a lot. Because when my dad, when he drove this truck for about 14 years, he only drove it from work to back, barely on the turnpike. I think he used, what else did he do? Yeah, he drove, and after that, it's been it's usually driven just once a week, So it doesn't burn any oil at all, which is really good for that many miles. That's excellent. 191,526 miles on it. That is excellent. The transmission fluid on it, that thing hasn't been replaced in about 20 years. And I know some of you people might be hearing this video, 20 years, you're probably thinking, geez, well, that guy needs to replace the transmission fluid on it. That's way overdue. Well, I mean, since it doesn't even get driven a lot, the fluid is still clean, and the transmission hasn't even burned any fluid. So the fluid's really been pretty good. It's super clean. I can pull the dipstick out right now and show you, which I probably will after this. It's got a crack right here, but it's in really good shape. I cleaned it. This is really a working truck, honestly. I always keep the stuff. Usually my dad accumulates some stuff right here on the car, but I try to you want to, take care of the interior best as you can. We usually store stuff like back here in the seats. So let's go to the passenger side. I cleaned the bed yesterday on it because we had to haul some stuff there, me and my mom. Dude, seriously, I really want a Buick. It's got the similar setup almost as a Buick almost, despite the fact that it's a GM car. So there's the passenger side. Bench seat. Old school center dome light right there. You can see the chrome. They don't even make that on cars anymore. Maybe on the Bentleys, I don't know. Passenger side. Crack. My dad's got to replace that. Yeah. Right there. There we go. Door, really good shape. Okay, now for the hood. I usually love the engines on these cars. I also love the old school braking. That van actually also has it. It's like a lever that you pull underneath the steering wheel. It's like a brake release, and it's got like a pedal on it. So what you do is, instead of a park and brake like most modern cars have, like sedans, you pull this back, and then you put it in whatever gear drive, and then it goes. Well, usually what happens is when you park it, you got to step on the pedal. So people who are used to the typical armrest park and brake need to get used to that. And hood release. Okay. Heavy hood. So I cleaned the engine on it. This needs to be the carburetor cover to it needs to be, that's where the filter goes, because it's a throttle body injection car, which is in between a carburetor and fuel injected, but it's throttle body injected. I had to clean this for my dad. Almost reminds me of a Chevy Caprice a little bit, because they have a similar engine setup like this, except it's more complex. It's got a similar vacuum. I think that's a vacuum. I don't know what that's called. I'm learning about cars still. Clean that. I had to replace the alternator on it recently, about almost like a year ago, because that was going. Now, let me show you the transmission fluid. It's going to blow you away. And this car doesn't even get driven a lot. I mean, the transmission fluid looked like it was replaced yesterday. There you go. This bulb always gets out of connection every once in a while. Here's the transmission fluid. No, is this the... Oh, wait a minute. This is the oil. My bad. I'm just in Saturn. There's the transmission fluid right here. Don't want to make a mess. Look at that. 20-year-old fluid. And I don't know why this camera's not focusing. Oh well. It's really, I mean, it's still, maybe it does need to replace, I don't know. Well, nah, I think it's good. It's the lightning. It's got like a red look to it. The transmission fluid is pretty good on it. I mean, it's clear. And it's still got that vibrant red on it. It's not really dirty. And there you go. Very good car. I love that classic look with the round steering wheel column onto it with the carburetor. Well, I mean, it's not really a carbureted engine, but it's a throttle body. But when you look at the outside, it looks like it's a carbureted engine. You know, looks really good. So, very nice. S10. Chevy makes really good cars, even from the 90s. So there we go. Update on the Saturn. Update on my dad's truck. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good day.